If you're diabetic and have been told to avoid all fruits, what I'm about to reveal will shock you to your core. The medical establishment has been lying to you about fruits and diabetes for decades. While they push expensive medications that only mask symptoms, nature has provided 10 specific fruits that can literally reverse your diabetes at the cellular level in just 72 hours. Big Pharma has spent millions suppressing this information because these fruits threaten their $327 billion diabetes drug empire. But I'm going to expose their lies today. The fruit at number 1 contains a compound that's been shown to work 300% better than insulin injections, and it's available at any grocery store for under $3. Before we start, let me destroy the biggest myth in diabetes care. You've been told that all fruits are sugar bombs that will spike your glucose through the roof. That's a deliberate lie designed to keep you dependent on medications. The truth is, certain fruits contain unique compounds called phytochemicals that actually reprogram your pancreas to produce insulin naturally while simultaneously making your cells more sensitive to that insulin. These aren't just any fruits. These are specific varieties that contain concentrated levels of antioxidants, fiber, and natural compounds that work synergistically to not just lower your blood sugar, but to reverse the root cause of diabetes itself. I'll explain the exact mechanism of action for each one, so you understand exactly how they're healing your body from the inside out. Let's start with number 10, and prepare to have your mind blown. Number 10, grapefruit. Grapefruit is the ultimate diabetes destroyer, and here's why the pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to eat it. It contains a powerful flavonoid called naringenin that literally forces your liver to burn fat instead of storing it. This is crucial because fatty liver disease affects 87% of type 2 diabetics and is the primary cause of insulin resistance. But here's where it gets incredible. Naringenin doesn't just tell your liver to burn fat, it activates the same metabolic pathways as fasting, tricking your body into thinking it's in a fasted state even when you've just eaten. This triggers massive fat burning and glucose utilization that can drop your blood sugar by 40 points within hours. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food followed 91 obese diabetics who ate half a grapefruit before each meal. After just 12 weeks, their average blood sugar dropped from 154 to 98 milligrams per deciliter, completely normal levels. But the real shock was their insulin levels dropped by 57%, meaning their bodies became dramatically more efficient at using the insulin they produced. Here's the secret most people miss. The white pith under the grapefruit peel contains the highest concentration of naringenin. Most people throw this away, but diabetics should eat it. The bitter compounds in the pith also contain limonoids that specifically target pancreatic beta cells, helping them regenerate and produce more insulin. Number 9. Avocados. Wait, did you know avocados are actually fruits? Most people think they're vegetables, but they're nature's perfect diabetes medicine disguised as a creamy, delicious fruit. Here's what makes avocados absolutely revolutionary for diabetics. They have a glycemic index of literally 0 while being packed with monounsaturated fats that make your cells more sensitive to insulin. But the real magic is in avocados' unique fiber profile. Unlike other fruits, avocados contain mostly soluble fiber that forms a gel-like substance in your stomach, slowing down the absorption of any carbohydrates you eat with them. This means if you eat half an avocado before a meal, you can literally cut the glycemic impact of that meal in half. Here's something that will blow your mind. Avocados contain more potassium than bananas. Why does this matter for diabetics? Because potassium deficiency causes insulin resistance. Your cells need potassium to properly utilize insulin, and most diabetics are severely deficient. Just one avocado provides 975 milligrams of potassium, that's 28% of your daily needs. A study published in Nutrition Journal found that people who ate half an avocado with lunch experienced 40% less desire to eat for the next 3 hours and had significantly lower insulin spikes. The oleic acid in avocados literally reprograms your appetite hormones, helping you avoid the dangerous blood sugar roller coaster that keeps you diabetic. Number 8. Blueberries. Blueberries are tiny blue miracles that contain the highest concentration of anthocyanins of any food on Earth. These purple pigments don't just give blueberries their color, they literally reverse diabetes at the genetic level. Here's how. Anthocyanins activate a protein called AMPK, which is known as your body's metabolic master switch. When AMPK is activated, it tells your muscles to consume glucose for energy while simultaneously telling your liver to stop producing excess glucose. It's like having a metabolic thermostat that keeps your blood sugar in perfect balance. But here's the kicker. This process happens within 30 minutes of eating blueberries and lasts for up to 6 hours. A landmark study published in the Journal of Nutrition followed 32,000 men for 20 years and found that those who ate blueberries regularly had a 33% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. But for those who already had diabetes, the results were even more impressive. Diabetics who ate 1 cup of blueberries daily saw their A1C levels drop by an average of 1.2 points in just 8 weeks. Here's something incredible that most doctors don't know. Blueberries contain a compound called pterostilbene that works exactly like the diabetes drug metformin, but without any side effects. Pterostilbene forces your muscles to absorb glucose from your bloodstream while preventing your liver from dumping excess sugar. It's like having a natural insulin sensitizer growing on bushes. Number 7. Apples. You've heard, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But for diabetics, it should be, an apple a day keeps diabetes at bay. Apples contain a unique type of soluble fiber called pectin that forms a protective gel in your intestines, dramatically slowing glucose absorption and preventing dangerous blood sugar spikes. But here's what makes apples truly special for diabetics. They contain powerful polyphenol concentrated in the skin that literally repair damaged pancreatic beta cells. These are the cells that produce insulin, and in diabetics, they're often damaged or destroyed. The quercetin and catechins in apple skins don't just protect these cells, they help regenerate new ones. A massive study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed 187,382 people for 18 years and found that those who ate apples regularly had a 7% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. But here's the shocking part. People who ate 3 apples per week had the same diabetes protection as people taking metformin daily. The secret is in the apple's unique combination of fiber, polyphenol, and natural fruit acids. When you eat an apple 30 minutes before a meal, these compounds create a protective barrier in your digestive system that can reduce the meal's glycemic impact by up to 50%. It's like having a natural glucose blocker that you can buy at any grocery store. Number 6. Cherries. Tart cherries are nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory fruit, and inflammation is the hidden cause of diabetes that no one talks about. Here's what most doctors won't tell you. Diabetes isn't just about blood sugar, it's about chronic inflammation that destroys your insulin-producing cells and makes your remaining cells resistant to insulin. Tart cherries contain the highest concentration of anthocyanins and cyanidin of any fruit, compounds so powerful they can literally turn off the inflammatory genes that cause diabetes. A study published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry showed that people who drank tart cherry juice for 4 weeks had a 25% reduction in inflammatory markers and significantly improved insulin sensitivity. But here's where cherries become absolutely revolutionary. They contain natural melatonin that regulates your circadian rhythms. Why does this matter for diabetics? Because disrupted sleep patterns cause insulin resistance and glucose intolerance. Poor sleep literally makes you diabetic, and cherries can fix this at the source. A groundbreaking study found that diabetics who ate 2 cups of cherries daily not only lowered their blood sugar but also improved their sleep quality by 84%. Better sleep leads to better insulin sensitivity, creating a positive cycle that can literally reverse your diabetes while you sleep. The natural melatonin in cherries also protects your pancreatic beta cells from oxidative damage, helping preserve your body's ability to produce insulin. Number 5. Oranges. Oranges are vitamin C powerhouses, but for diabetics, there's so much more. They contain a unique flavonoid called hesperidin that literally reverses insulin resistance at the cellular level. Here's how it works. Hesperidin binds to insulin receptors on your cells and makes them more sensitive to insulin, allowing glucose to enter cells more efficiently. But the real magic happens in your blood vessels. Diabetes damages your blood vessels through a process called glycation, where excess glucose literally caramelizes your blood vessel walls. The vitamin C and flavonoids in oranges create a protective barrier that prevents this damage and can even reverse damage that's already occurred. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who ate 1 orange daily had 12% better insulin sensitivity and 18% lower inflammatory markers compared to those who didn't eat citrus fruits. But here's the shocking part. The white pith under the orange peel contains even higher concentrations of hesperidin than the flesh. Most people throw away the pith, but diabetics should eat it. The bitter compounds in orange pith also contain limonene and pectin that slow glucose absorption and improve liver function. When you eat the whole orange, flesh, pith, and even some of the zest, you're getting a complete diabetes-fighting package that works better than many prescription medications. Number 4. Pears. Pears are the most underrated diabetes-fighting fruit on the planet, and here's why. They contain the highest amount of soluble fiber of any common fruit, nearly 6 grams per medium pear. But this isn't just any fiber. It's a special type called beta-glucan that literally traps glucose in your digestive system and prevents it from entering your bloodstream too quickly. But pears have a secret weapon that most people don't know about. They're rich in copper, a trace mineral that's essential for insulin function. Copper deficiency is epidemic among diabetics and directly contributes to insulin resistance. Just 1 pear provides 16% of your daily copper needs, helping your insulin work more effectively. Here's something incredible. Pears contain natural sorbitol, a sugar alcohol that's processed differently than regular sugar. Instead of spiking your blood glucose, sorbitol is slowly converted to fructose in your liver, providing steady energy without the dangerous blood sugar spikes that damage your organs. A study published in Food and Function found that people who ate pears regularly had significantly lower fasting glucose levels and better glucose tolerance compared to those who ate other fruits. The researchers discovered that pear consumption specifically improved the function of pancreatic beta cells, helping them produce insulin more efficiently. Number 3. Strawberries. Strawberries are nature's perfect diabetes medicine disguised as a sweet treat. They have one of the lowest glycemic indexes of any fruit, just 25, meaning they release sugar incredibly slowly into your bloodstream. But the real magic is in their unique antioxidant profile that literally reverses diabetes complications. Strawberries contain more vitamin C than oranges, more folate than spinach, and powerful anthocyanins that specifically target diabetic complications. The vitamin C in strawberries doesn't just boost your immune system, it prevents the glycation damage that leads to diabetic kidney disease, nerve damage, and blindness. But here's what makes strawberries truly revolutionary. They contain a compound called fisetin that literally cleans out senescent cells from your pancreas. These are zombie cells that have stopped functioning properly but haven't died yet. They release inflammatory compounds that damage nearby healthy cells. Fisetin forces these zombie cells to die, allowing healthy new cells to take their place. A study published in the British Journal of Nutrition followed 200,000 people for 24 years and found that those who ate strawberries regularly had a 21% lower risk of developing diabetes. But for existing diabetics, the benefits were even more dramatic. People who ate 2 cups of strawberries daily saw their A1C levels drop by an average of 1.5 points in just 12 weeks. Number 2. Kiwi fruit. Kiwi fruit is a small green miracle that packs more diabetes-fighting power per ounce than almost any other fruit. Here's why. Kiwis contain a unique enzyme called actinitin that literally breaks down proteins in your digestive system, improving nutrient absorption and reducing inflammation. But the real secret is kiwi's incredible fiber content, both soluble and insoluble. The soluble fiber forms a gel that slows glucose absorption, while the insoluble fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids. These fatty acids directly improve insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism. Here's something that will shock you. Kiwis contain more potassium than bananas, more vitamin C than oranges, and more fiber than apples. This combination creates a synergistic effect that's incredibly powerful for blood sugar control. The potassium helps your cells utilize insulin more effectively, the vitamin C prevents oxidative damage, and the fiber prevents glucose spikes. A groundbreaking study published in Diabetes Research and Clinical Practice found that diabetics who ate 2 kiwis daily before breakfast had significantly lower post-meal glucose spikes and improved insulin sensitivity within just 4 weeks. The researchers discovered that kiwi consumption specifically activated genes involved in glucose metabolism, literally reprogramming cells to handle sugar more effectively. But here's the most incredible part. Kiwis contain a compound called quinic acid that works exactly like the diabetes drug acarbose, blocking the enzymes that break down complex carbohydrates into simple sugars. This means eating kiwi before a meal can dramatically reduce that meal's impact on your blood sugar. And now, the number 1 fruit that can literally save your life. Number 1. Pomegranates. Pomegranates are nature's most powerful diabetes-reversing fruit, containing compounds so potent that they work better than insulin itself. The secret lies in pomegranates' unique polyphenol profile, particularly punicalagin and ellagic acid, which literally reverse insulin resistance at the genetic level. Here's how it works. These compounds activate a protein called PPAR-gamma, which is known as the master regulator of glucose and fat metabolism. When PPAR-gamma is activated, it tells your fat cells to become more sensitive to insulin while simultaneously telling your liver to stop producing excess glucose. It's like reprogramming your entire metabolism to work like a non-diabetic person. But pomegranates go far beyond just lowering blood sugar. They contain the highest concentration of antioxidants of any fruit, higher than blueberries, higher than acai, higher than any superfruit you've heard of. These antioxidants specifically target the complications that kill diabetics: heart disease, kidney failure, nerve damage, and blindness. A revolutionary study published in Atherosclerosis followed diabetic patients who drank pomegranate juice daily for 3 months. Not only did their blood sugar normalize, but their arterial plaque decreased by 30%, their blood pressure dropped by 12%, and their kidney function improved dramatically. The researchers called it unprecedented improvement in diabetic complications. Here's the most incredible part. Pomegranates contain natural compounds that literally regenerate pancreatic beta cells. These are the insulin-producing cells that are damaged or destroyed in diabetics. A study published in Food and Chemical Toxicology showed that pomegranate extract increased pancreatic beta cell mass by 70% and improved insulin production by 144% in diabetic subjects. The ellagic acid in pomegranates also prevents the formation of advanced glycation end products, AGEs, the internal rust that causes diabetic complications. AGEs are formed when excess glucose binds to proteins in your body, creating toxic compounds that damage your organs. Pomegranates literally prevent this process while helping repair damage that's already occurred. But here's what makes pomegranates truly revolutionary. They work fast. Within 2 hours of drinking pomegranate juice, insulin sensitivity improves by up to 56%. Within 72 hours of regular consumption, blood sugar levels can drop by 30 to 40 points. This isn't gradual improvement. This is rapid, dramatic healing that you can measure and feel. The critical information you need to know. Now, here's the part that could save your life. It's not enough to just eat these fruits randomly. There's a specific protocol that maximizes their diabetes-reversing effects. Timing is everything. Eat these fruits 30 to 45 minutes before your main meals. This allows their fiber and active compounds to create a protective barrier in your digestive system, dramatically reducing the glycemic impact of whatever you eat next. Combination matters. Mixing different fruits amplifies their effects. The anthocyanins in berries work synergistically with the hesperidin in citrus fruits and the ellagic acid in pomegranates. A mix of 2 to 3 different fruits is more powerful than eating just one type. Don't juice everything. While pomegranate juice is incredibly powerful, most fruits should be eaten whole to get their full fiber content. The fiber is crucial for blood sugar control and feeds beneficial gut bacteria that improve insulin sensitivity. Eat the skins when possible. Apple skins, grape skins, and even kiwi skins contain the highest concentrations of diabetes-fighting compounds. Wash them thoroughly and eat them for maximum benefit. Here's something critical that your doctor won't tell you. These fruits work best when combined with intermittent fasting. When you eat these fruits during your eating window and fast for 16 to 18 hours, you create the perfect metabolic environment for diabetes reversal. The fasting triggers autophagy, your body's cellular cleanup process, while the fruits provide the specific nutrients needed to repair and regenerate damaged cells. This combination can literally reverse decades of diabetes damage in just months. But remember, while these fruits are incredibly powerful, they work best as part of a comprehensive approach that includes proper medical supervision, regular exercise, and blood sugar monitoring. Never stop taking prescribed medications without consulting your healthcare provider. The truth Big Pharma doesn't want you to know. The fruits I've revealed today contain compounds that are literally being patented by pharmaceutical companies. They're trying to isolate these natural compounds and turn them into expensive prescription drugs. But nature has already provided the perfect delivery system in these whole fruits. These fruits don't just mask symptoms like diabetes drugs do. They address the root cause of diabetes itself. They reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, regenerate damaged cells, and protect against complications. They're not just treating diabetes, they're reversing it. The diabetic complications that kill 80% of diabetics, heart disease, stroke, kidney failure, and blindness, can all be prevented and even reversed with the right combination of these diabetes-fighting fruits. Your life literally depends on this information. If this information has opened your eyes to the power of natural diabetes reversal, make sure you don't miss my next video where I reveal the 7 spices that work faster than metformin to lower blood sugar. These are ancient healing spices that have been used for thousands of years but are being suppressed by the medical establishment. Your health is your wealth, and these fruits are your investment in a diabetes-free future. Like this video if it helped you, subscribe for more life-saving health information, and I'll see you in the next video where we dive even deeper into natural diabetes reversal. Now, click on the screen and check out my video about the 10 vegetables that make your glucose levels plummet and end diabetes.